thought it would be great to just sort of do an unboxing of some random Christmas stuff I got. Because I wanted to do some other unboxings of some of the more, like, you know, card boxes or larger releases. Because they're definitely things I picked up a lot of. But these are just sort of little bits and pieces that I thought might be interesting to folks. Just to let you know what I'm going to be working with this Christmas season. And sorry about any background noises. They are doing lawn care and cutting down trees, so you know. The first one here is kind of a cheat because it's the Crafter's Companion Advent Calendar, which I will untie the little thing. Which, cute packaging for sure. Sort of a, I don't know, like, so I'm not familiar with Crafter's Companion, so I figure like an advent calendar would be a great way to start looking at the brand a little bit. So I generally like this. I would say it's, so it was $55, I believe, and I think I got free shipping on it, but anyway, you know. So sort of run of the mill. I know the Arteza 24-day advent calendar is about 70. And I think that in previous years, like some of the chocolate and tea ones have been, they were hovering a little sub $50, but I mean, they're all kind of in that $50 price range now. Nice packaging. I like that it's really well themed. You can see day 24 is on the back here, and guess I got some water on something. Anyway, so yeah. And day 20, I looked at last year's one, and day 24 looks very similar, which, you know, might be a 6x6 inch something. And it's basically a mix of dies and stencils and all that kind of stuff that Crafter's Companion makes. And I actually, not so much the inside, but like this actual front panel, I think, might be my favorite thing. I really like all the little vignettes, and that's really cute. And then you can't see it because it's not really in frame, but you can see sort of the lead designer or owner of Crafter's Companion at the bottom. I forget her name, but if you watch HSN stuff, there's a lot of that involved. Really a one-use advent. I mean, it doesn't have drawers that pull out or anything, so as you rip this, it's going to kind of get less awesome. But I don't know. I think it seems like a pretty decent value for money looking at last year's, and it's not a brand I know anything about, so I think it'll be interesting from that standpoint. Like, I kind of like the advents when they're brand new brands to you, as opposed to, like, you know, if they're brands where you have sort of a really solid idea of, like, what they're going to be, you know, what you like and don't like in the brand, I feel like they're less of a good investment, because you're always going to get some things that to you are not great. So the next thing I got was the Queen & Company had a sale, so I picked up two things that were 50% off. The first one are a whole bunch of mini pearls. I haven't actually opened these, so I think there's a good, I mean, there's like, I don't know, 15 or so in there, and this is their holiday line, and they're all very, they're pearls as opposed to, oh, there's some rhinestones in here, I lied. I thought they were all pearls, but I guess not. So we have a few sort of, I guess we're at half and half? No, these are pearls, but red, silver, you know, red, clear, and green, sort of your standard Christmas colors. So you got 8 of these. I want to say it was 29 bucks normally on sale, so I think I got these for like 15, and I didn't really have much in the way of embellishment, so that's why I was like, you know, picking up like a set of most of the colors I'm going to need for the holidays seemed like a good idea. And somebody, I forget whose tip this was, that if you take this packaging and just sort of cut off the adhesive strip, and yes, I'm using my good scissors. That was a bad idea, but basically you can just put everything back in the packaging, and then all this stuff stays together, and it's a lot easier to sort and organize. I tend to like rely on, you know, the art bin boxes a lot for that, and you know, if you could just use the packaging it came from, that's great. Plus then you could potentially reuse this as just, you know, run-of-the-mill acetate for windows and other things. And the second thing I got was a present die set, and I guess it should say a present shaker kit, because it came with a pretty, like, seasonally neutral paper pad, and it's hard to tell, but it is actually double-sided, so you have even more options here. So there's a lot of that. I like it. It's definitely not Christmas specific, which I thought was a good idea, because I have a lot of Christmas specific stuff. And the reason I think it was on sale is the outline dies had sold out, but looking at them, they're basically squares, so, like, I can cut a square, and there goes some of the trees. But anyway, these I thought would just be really cute to use as, like, focal points. And if you're familiar with these kits, they come with pre-cut adhesive foam, as well as the acetate sheets to make shakers out of these. And I didn't actually look at, let's see what kind of sentiments we've got. Yeah, I got something for you, you for me, very gifty kind of things, but not super Christmassy, so I'm a fan. I also like that they come in these relatively nice, like, plastic zip bags, so, like, all your stuff can stay together. And I'm actually gonna put these guys in here too. Anyway, I'm a big fan of the Queen & Company kits, although I'll often buy them and then forget to use them for the season they're intended for, so, I guess like everybody else, you wind up with more of a stash than you were intending to. And then this is actually, I have a couple new brands to me. This it comes with a very cute thank you note. This was a purchase because I was rediscovering watching resin crafting videos. So we have a lot of lrisy glitter. Well, actually not a lot, because I think this might have been like $10 worth of glitter. It was relatively inexpensive, but I seem to have a lot of it, because maybe it's coming with freebies. So it says thank you, and has all their Amazon info. My favorite resin crafting channel is Aisha Sha, so I'll throw a link down below. If you want to see cute stuff, there's a lot of that. So I got a bunch of stars. These are in sort of different sizes. And a lot of these, as you can tell, are very sort of iridescent, because I like iridescent stuff. These are also, this I got as sort of snow glitter. And then there's larger, chunkier ones. I have a bunch of stars. Like, these are all different colored stars. But as you can see, they're really big, so you could actually pick these up and, like, use them as individual pieces. And then, of course, the thing I really was excited about the most is they have iridescent cat paw glitter. So my thought was you could use these actual pieces to sort of, like, as like tinsel, essentially, to trim trees. And what are you? These are music notes, because there was a craft challenge, and I'm like, I don't really have any music themed stuff, so I picked that up. And then this is like some more larger snow pieces, where, these guys are more just like, it's just like chunky glitter that happens to be iridescent or pink and iridescent. I don't know. Like, Spellbinders went through a whole thing last year of, like, using a lot of pink with Christmas, which I don't really think of as a Christmas color, and isn't, like, a color I gravitate to anyway. But now we have even more glitter to go with the massive amount of glitter I already have. So, I'm kind of looking forward to glitter, actually, just because, like, I feel like holiday is the season that it's, like, I don't know, mostly apparent. And I think they're grinding up a tree right now. Anyway, I always like when brands, especially larger ones, like, throw in an actual thank you note, which has all their info in them. I actually have them for me as well, because, like, they're really nice if you're mailing something to someone. Wow, I am not working well today. But you know what I mean, like, it's really nice to just have a business card that has all your socials on it, so, especially if you're, like, at a craft fair or something, like, or you're networking, people can get in touch with you. So I always think this is a great thing. I am very pleased with that. It also shipped from, somewhere in Southeast Asia, and the shipping was free, and it took like a week, which wasn't too bad. Continuing with the theme of new brands to me, we have these guys. See if it's. I also have a manifest. Oh, there's a cute. Oh, this is cute. Okay, I'll show you this. It's like an actual personal note, very cute. And they do have a Facebook group called Artful Angel. And I just thought this was like a really darling release. Because I really like how colorable these are. Like, I really like using colored pencils. I actually really like this, like, boy elf. There's also, it's hard to tell because they're not against anything, but there's also a girl elf and the deer, and I thought this was a really good Santa. I'm getting very, like, I don't know, King Triton kind of vibes from the Little Mermaid from this guy. Or like Santa. I don't know, he seems friendlier than like Polar Express Santa. Anyway, so we also have a few sentiments like Jingle All the Way and whatnot. So anyway, excited to try these. I think they'll be really good as focal points on A2 cards. Actually, I can show you the sizing. So like this is an A2 card, so you can see that like if you put Santa on it, like you'd have a very focal pointy Santa. Actually, I have an idea for a window card where you'd cut a window in here and then you'd put like one of the elves or Mrs. Claus or the deer or something on the inside peeking through. Anyway, one of my other things, and then not a new brand to me but definitely one of my favorites, we have the brand that has the cutest packaging ever, Catherine Pooler, because I bought the Naughty Pet stamp set. Interestingly, this sticker says, "Oh, what fun," which is also the name of the Spellbinders kit that we were looking at. So, the incentive freebie, if you spent, I forget, I want to say $50, was this reindeer with ornaments. It's interesting. Chalk Couture has a very similar, I mean, like, they have very different art styles, but Chalk Couture has a similar piece. So, like if you use this as more of a like decorative piece, like if you put I think this would be really cute too if you put it on like banners or something. Anyway, that was cute. Then I bought the coordinating dies because of course I did. They were not free. But then we get into this really cute, I wonder why I have two paper. Oh, I wonder what the deal with that is. Anyway, okay. I have two paper pads and I'm curious. So coordinating dies, and then this great set of pets behaving badly, cats getting into nonsense. I really like this dog with the candy cane. This looks like a corgi, although we can, for the sake of argument, pretend it's a pug because all my friends seem to be getting them now. But anyway, lots of pets doing naughty things, although the cat's in the tree I think is the best one, personally. And like I think this would be really cool, really good for focal points, all of these really. And then I got this really cool window die essentially, where this will nicely cut a wreath pattern. And it's more like the wreath gets cut, although I suppose you could like put tape on the back and then basically have all your other like bits and pieces, but it's more designed as a cut through. She's got also, I don't have it, but she's also got sort of a snow version of this where like you have snow around the edge and then like a window cut. So this is, oh, I guess there was an issue with the colors. This insert has the correct colors listed. Oh, I see. So these colors at the bottom. I don't necessarily pay attention to their colors, which probably makes me a very bad consumer of their product, but let's take a look at these guys. This looks really cute. I've been really happy with their pattern paper generally. So we do have all the naughty animals. But and as usual, like in single-sided paper, what do we have? We have naughty animals and trees, and like this is very Christmas. It's interesting because this color palette is like if I grab like if you look at the Spellbinders kit this year, like these are really similar color palettes where they're sort of more muted Christmas colors, but are in sort of very usual. Oh, I like this one a lot. Wherever it is, like I love these sort of classic like ball ornaments. So this one I think I would use a lot. I don't know. I've been very happy with Catherine Pooler's paper pads for basically for since I discovered the brand. So that I think brings us to the end of all our sort of miscellaneous things that I happen to have for the holidays. I still have a bunch of Spellbinder stuff to show off and the Simon Hurley release. What else do I have? Yeah, mostly the Simon Hurley release and a bunch of the spell. I have the 2021 Spellbinders holiday like kit of the month. I want to say it was called Joyful Christmas, and then I also have Santa Lane, which I need to take a look at, and I might have bought like Santa Lane additional things too. It would be a thing I would do. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think is exciting and if there are any products you're looking forward to this holiday season.